ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ नर्मदायै नमो प्रातः नर्मदायै नमो निशि नमस्ते नर्मदे देवी त्राहि मां भवसागरात्। आदौ ब्रह्माण्डखण्डे त्रिभुवनविवरे कल्पदा सा कुमारी मध्याह्ने शुद्धरेवा वहति सुरनदी वेदकण्ठोपकण्ठैः। श्रीकण्ठे कन्यरूपा ललितशिवजटा शङ्करी ब्रह्मशान्तिः। सा देवी वेदगङ्गा ऋषिकुलतरिणी नर्मदा मां पुनातु। Hari Om, Narmade Har. So, welcome to this season 2 of this Narmada Parikrama. You know, one of the things, if we look back at our life, each one will feel different things will be there in their life where they feel, oh, this happened, so I feel my life is fulfilled. Puja Gurudev came into my life. I studied Vedant. I'm serving Gurudev's vision. That makes me feel fulfilled, very happy. There are many other things, but one of the most important things is by the blessings of Gurudev, Tapon Maharaj, Mother Narmada, Bhagwan Shiva, Narmada Parikrama has got successfully completed. And so I feel very blessed for that it could happen. And it happened very beautifully, and lots of learnings happened on the way, and it's a great sadhana that one can take up. So, as you know, in the earlier satsangs, I have shared that the whole parikrama is about. So, from what I went through now I know at least that it is around 3,200 kilometers minimum. So, it depends on the route also that some people take. So, it may be 100, 200 here and there sometimes, depending on some long route if somebody takes. But 3,200 is minimum. It is around 1,700 kilometers on the southern banks, Dakshin Tat, and about 1,500 to 1,600 kilometers on the northern banks, Uttartat. So the whole route from wherever one starts, one has to come back there. That is the parikrama. Narmada ji will always be on your right. One should not cross the main flow of Narmada ji. And the tradition is people generally start from Omkareshwar, go around the entire thing and come back to Omkareshwar. Then they will cross Narmada ji, go to the Mandhata Parvat where Omkareshwar ji is there, and they offer the Narmada Jal that they have been carrying. So all the Parikrama we carry the Narmada Jal, and at different places, some important places, we pour some water from that container, take the Narmada Jal. When we reach the ocean, pour some in the ocean, take the ocean water. Like that, from different places we collect, and then we come to offer that Abhishek to Bhagwan Shivji, Omkareshwarji. So in my first phase, I had done with Swami Mitranandji, and as you know, it was from in 2022, in February, we did about 44 days, and we came up to Badwani, which is the border. So Amarkantak to Badwani. So Badwani is the border of Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh ends there. And then starts the next part, which is Shulpani Jhadi will start after that. That comes little bit in Maharashtra and then into Gujarat. So I started from Badwani, where we had left. I will tell you that as we go along, the experiences and all that. This time I went alone. That was in second phase was in February last year. I did 6th February to 20th February, 26th February, about 21 days. Um, so about 1200 kilometers we had covered in the first phase in 2022. So last year in 2023, I did about 500 or 550 to reach up to Vimaleshwar. So Badwani to Vimaleshwar. Vimaleshwar is where one will see Mother Narmada entering into the ocean. That place is a Reva Sagar. So Narmada ji flows from Amarkantak through Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and enters into the ocean, Arabian Sea. That place is Reva Sagar. So we cross. I did this much in the second phase. So about 550 kilometers or so, 21 days, and one walks around 25-30 kilometers a day. Some days it will be more, some days it will be less. But Narmada Parikrama is such that, see, the focus remains on bhakti, on Mother Narmada, remembering Lord Shiva, or whatever, whoever is your Ishta, you can remember them also. If one wants to be most uncomfortable and test one's for bhakti and shraddha, Narmada Parikrama is a good test. From the morning onwards, it will be uncomfortable. Everything will be uncomfortable. Early morning, one wakes up, there will not be any geyser, heater, nothing. Cold water bath one takes. Many places, the biggest challenge will be there will not be proper restroom. So one has to figure out either some pump, some bucket, take that and take a bath. Some places one will have some decent bathrooms and all will be there. One can use them, but some places it will not be there. One has to go out for the restroom also. All that. So the day will begin like that. And breakfast one will not get. The tradition is in the parikrama, people give it tea and biscuit in the morning straight. And one leaves. So I don't drink tea, I don't eat biscuits much. Sometimes there's no choice and one manages to eat, but otherwise daily one can't have that. So the day begins only like that, where you will be hungry and you do the puja of the Lord, start walking. Then on the way, maybe when some shops, etc., they open, then you go and beg and you ask, Bal Bhog de do. So they have a nice terminology. The Parikrama Vasis, people call them as murtis. So they will ask, Kitne murti hai? Meaning, how many of you are there? Because in an ashram, etc., when you go, then they will ask you, आपके साथ कितने मूर्ति हैं, आपके पीछे कितने हैं, because they have to prepare food accordingly. So they'll call you murti. So then you ask them Bal Bhog, then they will offer some food if they have. If they don't have, they will say Kshama karo, ab aage jao. But most of the places, people are very kind, very generous. They help and they are aware of the Narmada Parikrama, and so they are ready to support. So one doesn't have a challenge in that sense. Only thing one will have to figure it out on the way. So you need to wash the clothes and dry them as you are walking only, because you can't wait to dry. People can wait. I didn't have that much time because we have time limit by which we need to finish certain things. So you put that also on your bag only and take the bag and walk. The bag will be some 20-25 kilos with whatever basic things you need. Minimum things, even if one carries, somewhere it will come between 15 to 18 kilos. Anyway, the bag will come. Puja samagri and clothes and some toiletries and from Narmada Puran. Few things only. There's not even one thing will be extra in that. One will calculate so much and one will keep giving. If somebody gives something also, many times we tell them, please you keep it, we will have to carry this. So the bag one has to carry, one will walk. And 18-20 kilometers sometimes one covers in the morning, and then lunchtime find some ashram, some village, ask in some house, stay there, rest for half an hour, 1 hour. Again, start in the hot afternoon. By evening, 5:30, one stops. Again, does the puja. The most difficult part in Narmada Parikrama is that evening puja. See, if somebody, there are different ways to do. Some people will do just the Narmada Aarti and that's about it. Some people will do little more. Some people have a fixed routine and they will have, they will be carrying the Ishta Devata and various things. So we do the puja 40 minutes or 1 hour or whatever. So that is the most difficult part because you are exhausted. Whole day one has traveled and walked and all that. But that's again the way one pushes the mind. So it's a very good sadhana to push oneself out of comfort zone physically, emotionally also. One is if one does it alone, that has a different impact. I had done it before with Swamiji and there were many people also. Second time when I went alone, I really enjoyed that way. Solitude one gets and one is free to figure out one space as one goes. And for us, no problem with loneliness and all doesn't bother. Only remembering Bhagavan, doing one's chintan, observing nature. So many beautiful things are there. So I really enjoyed on that the solitude of about 21 days. Some people will meet you on the way. The Parikrama Vasis will be there. So some satsang will happen with them also. But you keep moving at your pace. So some will get left behind, some will move ahead. So that all that keeps happening. So physically, emotionally, intellectually also it is quite stimulating because some places we meet such nice Mahatmas and have satsang with them and learn from them and so many even common folk. One of the beautiful things I saw in Narmada Parikrama is that spiritual knowledge is actually there in it is like it is spread in our country. In the most common person also they have such deep knowledge and Vedant, many of them will speak. It is so amazing to listen to them. And their bhav and their bhakti and how they follow the traditions. Many things we don't follow in the cities, but in the villages they still follow. And many young people, I will show you as we go along, we will see some of these. Um, so intellectually also it is sometimes very stimulating to meet Mahatmas, do satsang, meet different sadhaks also, learn from their experiences. And spiritually, of course, one is thinking of the divine all the time and walking. So when this parikrama we started, I'm going to show some videos that I had made, and in between I will keep pausing and talking to you. Mhm. Okay, so this is on 6th February 2023. Chinmaya Priyam, we started from there. So this is how one takes. So the blue mat you see, that's what you spread down and you sleep. And then the bag is there and there's a pipe you will see. That is there's a water sac in the bag. And so through that pipe, nozzle is there and one keeps drinking water. Otherwise, this huge bag, if you have to take it down and keep drinking water is very difficult. You can't do all that. And I need one. So in one hand, there is a stick. There is this bamboo stick that you see. That is a symbol of Mother Narmada. Narmada ji is born from uh, from the base of the bamboo shoots in Amarkantak. So Narmada ji's jal is in the bag, and this Narmada ji's symbol, that is this danda, is there in your hand. So the bhav is with you, Narmada ji is walking. So there is never a moment where one would feel that I am alone. If one feels I am alone, immediately the danda you see will remind you, Narmada ji is walking with you. So some areas where one passes by, where one may feel some fear, some forests and all that. Again, one reminds, Narmada ji is there, her grace is there, she will protect you. One keeps walking. So this is it. So we start. Now this is Badwani.
बड़वानी रुकेंगे बाबा बड़वानी आश्रम है हमारा
नहीं हो गया हमारा। अभी आज परिक्रमा यहाँ पर विराम करेंगे। अभी वापस नवंबर में आएंगे, यहाँ से शुरू करेंगे। अच्छा, यहाँ से रिटर्न जाएंगे। अभी यहाँ से रिटर्न जाएंगे। See, this is Rajghat Badwani, where we had stopped in 2022, and we were going to resume in November, but that didn't happen, so I resumed in February afterwards in 23. But you see this place, Badwani, how it is here right now. Okay, the waters are quite down, and those steps are there where we had gone down. We did the the final puja before we stopped the parikrama. All that happened. Now when I started from there again, you just see what is the situation there. Now this is where we started last year. I started last year, 2023. If you see this, the entire place is submerged. That entire bridge that you saw is right now underwater. This is the flood in Narmadaji, which had come in August 2022, but the water is still there even in February 2023, covering the entire bridge, all the steps, the temple, everything is submerged.
नर्मदे हर.
This is Siddheshwar Ashram at Badwani. From there, we stayed that one night and then I started from there. The beauty of the Siddheshwar Ashram is the entire ashram is mainly managed by only women. All women take care of it. They come early morning, 4 o'clock they came, cleaned the whole ashram, did the abhishek, do the rituals, do the arati. Everything is done by them. Food they prepare. There are a few men here and there who are there, but entire thing is done by women only there. So this is the Narmada Puja. Before we start, we do this puja. And this is offering of a sari. So those girls who are there, they will take the sari. Some two devotees wanted to offer sari to Narmadaji, so they had given me, so I had gone and offered it. That's it. There's a tradition also. Some places, last time I think I had shown in the first phase, the whole sari is given, huge one they make, and they from this one bank, southern banks to the northern banks, they will offer the whole sari, and it's a big procession, and Narmada Jayanti, etc. They do quite a bit like that. I think last week we had Narmada Jayanti, Magh Shukla Saptami. We had on 16th Narmada Jayanti was there, I think last week only. So after offering the sari, my yatra started.
नर्मदे हर. नर्मदे हर. ये कोलसे का चूल्हा है और चाय बन रही है. बड़वानी राजघाट हमारे नाश्ते का टाइम. स्वामी जी स्मोकिंग हुक्का.
That is not hookah, okay? That Prasad Devle was joking there. That's the water thing, the nozzle which is there.
And now the truth. It is after a long walk, water, pure water.
So this is something very nice. The children will keep running and coming to you asking for chocolate. And many of them will ask you as though it is their right. And they say, Baba ji, chocolate de do. That tradition has been there. Earlier sadhus and sannyasis only used to do the parikrama, and then the grahasthis also started. So the Adivasi children, many of them are. So they will be given some chocolate, some food, some fruit, anything. So he is Swami Jnananandji. This is in Bavan Gaja. So Shulpani is a whole forest area. There are two routes to go. One, you can go through the proper deep forest. One is you can go through the outskirts of the forest where there's a highway, the road will be there. So some people had somehow misguided me at that Siddheshwar ashram, saying that don't go through the forest because it was February time and it's quite hot, and they said you won't even get water, and some places are very tough to climb and all that. So they said you please go through the main road. Most of the Parikrama will go through that. So I took that route. But then later on I came to know that it's not that difficult, and so maybe some other time in future I may go just to cover that much stretch through the forest. It's supposed to be a very nice one. Little dangerous also, because earlier the Adivasis used to be there who would loot people and they will take away everything from you. But now all that is not there. The same people have now become the sevaks. So they serve the Parikrama. And Lakshmangiri Baba was one great Mahatma who transformed these Adivasis and connected them to various government schemes and helped them to, develop and progress. And in fact, this time in my third phase, there was one boy from Shulpani itself who is the son of one of the sevaks there. His name is Chagan. So Chagan was walking with us. And that's where he clarified so many things about Shulpani, and he inspired me. I said, yes, I will come. We will do the whole Shulpani area properly. So now it is quite safe, just that you may have some wild animals going on here and there, but otherwise it is safe. Daytime one can walk through. So he is Swami Jnananandji, and he has done parikrama once, and he felt that so he says that he got the call of Mother Narmada that he should set up an ashram here. He has an ashram in Vrindavan also. Most of the time he is there, but during the parikrama time he will come to this ashram and he will serve. There is no other ashram between this Badwani and Pati. So a 34-kilometer stretch from Badwani to this place is about 18, and then again from there to Pati is another 18, 20. So about 34 kilometers, there's only this one place. There's no other place. And so it's a very nice seva that he does there. So first night halt was there, and he serves the people there. A very humble setting he has, but very devoted. And nearby there, Bavan Gaja is actually, there's a Jain Tirthankar Sthal, Adinath ji's huge murti is there, and there's a beautiful small temple down there also. And a lot of Jains, they come there, some travelers and tourists, many of them come in buses there. Just outside there, a little bit further from there, is this beautiful ashram. And when we went there, and he gave us this you see the hut there, you stay inside the hut there, and he said subah ko, because he doesn't have a bathroom there, and there's an opposite government school, and you can go there, but those bathrooms are worst, horrible. They're totally destroyed also, nothing proper is there. So he said आपको बाथरूम के लिए जाना हो, टॉयलेट के लिए जाना हो, तो आपको सुबह को बाहर जाना पड़ेगा, लेकिन आप थोड़ा उजाला होगा उसके बाद जाना. Why? Because he said यहाँ तेंदुआ है और शेर है, वो थोड़ा, शेर मतलब that leopard, चीता, हाँ, चीता, तेंदुआ, leopard, panther, they keep moving in the night and in the morning. So आप थोड़ा उजाला होगा उसके बाद ही जाना. So the first day itself began like that for us. But again, you have faith in the Lord and you follow whatever people say and the instructions are there and you go. You go outside, take bath with the hand pump which was there and start the day. Chant the name of Mother Narmada. Nice bhajan satsang we had in the night. He only will serve. The sannyasi he is, but he will serve. This is the outskirts route. It still passes through the forest, but there is a proper road. You keep chanting Narmade Har and keep walking. So this way you will see this is the marg. So some ashrams you have this, or you will even get some printouts or some handouts which will tell you the route. So we know, okay, from here to here, like it is written there, Party Annakshetra 19 kilometer. Then Bokrata Annakshetra 10 kilometer. Like that, Ambapada Annakshetra 7 kilometer. Baigor se Pagdandi Road 4 kilometer. So like that, so keeping that in your hand, then you keep going. Some places this Google Map and all you should not even rely, because Google Map only will show you proper roads, formal roads, which will be sometimes very long. So there will be some Pagdandi, there will be some villages. So this type of routes is what is there. So it's not very difficult to find where is the next ashram, because they have given like this. Only you have to plan your route properly. Some places very rarely you will find that what they have written, that place there will not be anything, because sometimes these routes are little old. But otherwise most of the places one will find some ashram, some village, some house of somebody. So he is Fulchand, who is having this tika, who is standing next to me. He is Fulchand. And this is another Babaji, he is from Vrindavan. So they both met me here in this particular ashram in Pati. And Fulchand traveled with me for a few days. This Babaji took one vehicle and he went away. That story I will tell you as we go along. Narmade Har, Narmade Har. So we reached this place. This gentleman brought these two bhajiyas, mirchi bhajia. After walking 19 kilometers, that's what we got. Arey, what happened? So from Pati we walked some 18, 19 kilometers, and it was hot sun, and by the time we reached it was, and the incline was quite steep. So it took us almost 5.5, 6 hours to cover all that and then reach this village. And we called the gentleman on phone and he said, "Main aata hu, aap vishram karo." So we took some rest. And he came finally at 3 o'clock and he brought these two bhajiyas. We said, okay, if that is what is the prasad Narmada ji is giving, we have to accept that. That's our lunch.
This is mirchi bhajia. Today's diksha are two mirchi bhajiyas for lunch and bokrata after walking 19 kilometers. Narmade Har.
At Bokrata, when we reached at 3 o'clock, then I wanted to go further. But they stopped me. They said, don't go, because road further is not very safe in the nights, in the evenings. And so you please stay back. Go early in the morning next day. So we left and then understood that yes, what they were saying was true, because that passes through a certain forest area which is quite dense. And then evening time is when these animals come out. So daytime they hide. Lots of the places they will just hide. They will see you sometimes, but they will not bother you unless you try to provoke them or something. Unless they are, some mother or someone is there who has some young ones, then that is a little dangerous thing, because sometimes that mother will feel provoked for nothing. Just your presence is enough and they will feel provoked. But apart from that, the animals they don't harm you much. One just passes by quietly, one will just go. This early morning 5 we started.
This is the Shulpani area, forest area, difficult terrain, going on by Ma Narmada's grace. She will protect, she will take care, she will nurture, she will nourish. Narmade Har.
Now, some places they are building these roads also through this forest. So these mountains have been cut, some kacha roads, etc. have been made. So one keeps passing through all these areas. And this is fully Adivasi Kshetra there. This is one small hut where we came.
हमारे गांव का नाम है अम्बा पड़ावा और मेरा नाम है देवी सिंह रावत। जन सेवा समिति से हम लोग इधर सेवा करते हैं परिक्रमवासी।
बहुत अच्छा।
There's one Swamiji there, I forget his name. He established this ashram and then he left. Now he remains only in the north. So these people in Ambapada, they serve the Parikrama and this gentleman actually is very, very knowledgeable. On Gita and all that, I had a very nice satsang with him and he was so happy. He said that Parikramavasi, generally in Parikramavasis, he doesn't get people who have this kind of a knowledge with whom he can have satsang. He looks very simple and ordinary, but some 10-20 minutes of satsang I had with him was very nice on samadhi and on various things he spoke. So that's why I'm saying you will meet such people on the way and one will then understand how deeply spirituality is there in the minds of so many people. Common people, they will just tell you like this deep stuff of Vedanta, of Bhakti, of scriptures.
क्या नाम आपका भाई?
राकेश।
राकेश।
Now this gentleman, he has such a small shop. If you actually see his shop, he hardly has a few things and he's selling and he's making his living. And that day morning, we had not had breakfast. So what I do is I carry some money with me, because on the way, wherever I find these Adivasis and these families, and I will keep giving, because they are not that well to do and it is good way to do dhan and it will help them also. So I had some money with me, so I bought 1 or 2 packets of kurmura from him. But this Fulchand did not have any money with him. So I said, "Aap jara le lijiye mere paas se." Means the kurmura that I had, I was giving him, ki aap bhi le lijiye breakfast, bal bhog. Immediately this Rajesh, what he did, this packet that you see, he took out that and he gave it to him free. He said, "Aap rakho isko." The moment he came to know the Parikramavasi doesn't have food, he doesn't bother about money, he doesn't bother about anything. He straight away took what he had and he said, "Aap ye rakho, ye aapke liye hai." Like that you will find many people on the way, they will help, they will serve.
ये आपने दे दिया बाल भोग, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नर्मदे हर।
See him, he is Mahesh Giriji. I did not think that on my second phase of Parikrama I will meet a person doing Dandavat Parikrama. First phase I had met one person. See him. He is 74 years old. And he is doing this Parikrama Dandavat like this. And he maintains Maun through the day. He doesn't speak. In the evening only, where he will stay, there he will speak. And every day he does 1,000 minimum. 1,000 Dandavats he does minimum. He is from an ashram in Gujarat.
नर्मदे हर। नर्मदे हर। महेश गिरी जी दंडवत परिक्रमा पर हैं। एक बार खाते हैं, मौन धारण किया है। ओमकारेश्वर से यहाँ तक 2.5 महीना लगा हुआ है। उनकी तपस्या बहुत प्रेरणादायक है।
अम्बापाड़ा निकला है,
अम्बापाड़ा से निकल के बाईगुर की तरफ जा रहे हैं।
रास्ते में गुजरते
उनकी कृपा और आशीर्वाद हम पर बना रहे।
रास्ते में गुजरे हमने
नर्मदे
दर्शन
हर।
पाए विश्राम।
He eats only once a day. And later on, he called me when in the night, etc. Some few days passed, so he was in touch with me and asking, "How are you? Where have you reached?" and all that. So that is another beautiful thing when you see. You know, people say on Narmada Parikrama, "Did you feel anything miraculous? Any miraculous experience happened?" and all that. All these are miracles. Every single day there is a miracle that will happen on Narmada Parikrama. Somebody will come, somebody will help you, somebody will do satsang with you, somebody will be in touch with you, somebody will figure out what you need, and it'll come to you at the right time. One doesn't have to do anything, just surrender and be with Narmada ji, remember her, everything happens. You just think to meet such people, where do you find such people? And he told me also, he wrote and gave. He said, next time you do by this main Shulpani area, don't miss there because the Swarup of Narmada ji, when you go through Shulpani, is most amazing, and you should have her darshan when you go through the forest there. This main road, you don't see Narmada ji for quite a few days. So, about 5-6 days, you don't see Narmada ji when you pass through this main road after you leave Badwani. So, he said, he wrote and he said, next time you, and he's a Gujarati, nicely he was conversing in the night.
52 गजा से मिल गए तो फिर आगे पीछे चलते रहे थे। तो फिर अभी एक मेरे साथ महाराज जी थे, महात्मा थे वृंदावन के। तो उनको थोड़ा ऐसा लगने लगा कि महाराज जी मैं चल नहीं पाऊँगा, तो गाड़ी में बैठ गए वो। अभी बोकराटा से निकले सुबह से हम, तो गाड़ी में बैठ के चले गए। स्वामी जी अकेले थे। हमने कहा कि स्वामी जी अकेले है, पहली बार जा रहा है, तो मैया के बाद मैया ने साथ में रख रखा कि नहीं छोड़ना नहीं।
Say this Fulchand, no? So after we left from that place in Bokrata, Fulchand and that Mahatmaji who was in whites, now in that earlier picture I showed, and me and him, three of us, we were walking. So Fulchand and he were walking ahead, much ahead. I was walking behind, and one van came and it was having some few people, and so it stopped on the way, and this Mahatma ji, he said, I'm not able to walk much, I will go. So he went. Fulchand could have gone with him, but Fulchand waited, and he said this Swamiji is going alone and he is doing it first time, and this is a forest area, and that portion which I told you now, a little risky area. He waited happily and he walked with me, and we both came out of that together. See, these are few things where you don't expect anything that way. You are walking alone, but the grace of the mother is there on you. When it is said that Narmada ji takes care of every Parikrama Vasi, that is a fact. Parikrama Vasi will be taken care of. There is nothing to fear. If you need somebody, they will come along. When you don't need them, they will disappear. And the right type of people you will find with whom you can have proper satsang. If you have some spiritual query, some sadhana may you are stuck somewhere, you will find people who will be there, who will help you out in that exact thing. I will tell you as we go along, some more experiences as they happen. But these are the things, beautiful experiences one finds. This Fulchand is a very simple person. He has done the parikrama, I think, twice before. This is his third time. So he just happened to be with us, and in one particular phase he was there, then he disappeared. So he waited. It was nice to be with him. And he doesn't have a mobile phone. He doesn't keep a mobile phone. He has served in various ashrams, and he has lived in various places in the country. And Now he was looking out to settle down in one particular place after this parikrama got over. But a very humble, simple person. You just see what things he has. It's just one jhola, one bag he has. Only 2 pairs of clothes he has. Nothing else. And that 2 pairs of clothes he manages his whole parikrama in that much only. A small puja kit he has and 2 pairs of clothes. That's it. This is corn, makai ka roti and some sabji, and this one family gave it to us.
Tonight our halt is here at the Gayatri Mandir in Khetia.
Khetia. Next weekend to Khetia.
We will be sleeping out here.
So you see that Khetia Gayatri Mandir. So many places one sleeps like that. One has to have faith that nothing will happen to you. You will be protected. You are sleeping in front of the Divine Mother. Beautiful Murti of Gayatri Devi is there. And it's a completely open area. There are lots of, there were many ancient trees and Vata Vriksha and all that. And there will be some snakes also and some scorpions here, there. You sleep saying Narmade, her, whatever happens, mother has to take care. And she will take care. Nothing will happen to you. You sleep peacefully. Sometimes if the mind is disturbed, then you won't get sleep. Again, you have to remember Ananya Chintayanto Mam Yejana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhayuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. Bhagwan will take care of your yoga and kshema. You sleep. See, when we sleep in our homes or ashram or any such place, many things we don't bother, because so many things are taken care of. There's a security around you and there is safety net. Everything is there. When you go out like that and you are sleeping in the ashrams anywhere, temples anywhere, somewhere, some below some tree, there are so many possibilities. But one doesn't bother about all that. One should have faith and one just goes on. It's a beautiful sangam of 3 rivers. This is in Prakasha. After Khetia, Prakasha comes. So then one offers Arghya to Surya Bhagavan. Do some snan there. Nice place it is, very beautiful place. And there is a Sangameshwar Mandir also.
So I am here at the Sangam, Triveni Sangam here. Left side is the Tapi Nadi. Straight what comes is the Gomati Nadi. And there's supposed to be a Adrishya Pulinda Nadi. So this is the Triveni Sangam here.
I'm just going to stop this and start in another player because this is creating some lag.
Left side is the Tapi Nadi. Straight what comes is the Gomati Nadi. And there's supposed to be a Adrishya Pulinda Nadi. So this is the Triveni Sangam here. And this is the beautiful sunset happening here. I hope all of you are doing well. बोलो तापी मैया की जय, गोमती मैया की जय, नर्मदे मैया की जय, पुलिंदा मैया की जय. And here there is also a beautiful, so there's a dam, and here on top there is a Shiva Mandir. Here, if you see on the top, there is a Shiva Mandir called Sangameshwar Shiva. And the beautiful Vatavriksha is here. This is the Vatavriksha here.
So there are some people who will do this parikrama. So this sannyasi was doing this by cycle. The whole parikrama is doing in cycle. And then there are people who do in the motorbike. So there are groups which go. Many people will just go. You see, this whole group is all these people are all in the bike. They all are doing parikrama actually. Some 18-20 days one can finish on the bike. Beautiful sunflower fields. Lots of sunflowers. So on the way you will find lot of these type of nice flowers and many fields, many rare trees which we would have never seen, some flowers you have never seen, some sea creatures I've never seen. Very amazing it is.
Raju Vaishnav.
See, he is a Raju Vaishnav. So again, he runs a dhaba, Vaishnav dhaba, and he gave us bhiksha. And just we were talking casually and see what he says. Beautiful satsang we had while having bhiksha.
आज की भिक्षा राजू वैष्णव जी की तरफ से माँ नर्मदा की कृपा, पूज्य गुरुदेव और पूरे गुरु परंपरा की कृपा आप पर बनी रहे. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. नमोदेव.
He offered this. This is the bhiksha he gave.
के बारे में वो जरा बताएं. आश्रय के बारे में जो आप बोल रहे थे वो जरा एक बार बता दीजिए वापस.
मैया का आश्रय क्या?
हाँ.
तो मैया का आश्रय ऐसा प्रभु जैसे छोटा बच्चा होता है.
हाँ.
जिसके आँख मुंह कुछ खुला नहीं, जानता नहीं, सिर्फ मैया की शरण में रहता है.
हाँ.
तो जो शरणागत बच्चा होता है उसकी पूरी ख्याल मैया रहती है. जैसा कोई बड़े साधक लोग बड़े हैं, वो बड़े बच्चे हैं.
अच्छा.
तो अपने बल से चलते हैं. तो मैया क्या करती है, बेटा चल. हाँ. तो वो मैया के पीछे पीछे भागते हैं. और जो छोटा बच्चा जो है तो वो मैया की गोदी में रहता है.
हाँ.
है ना. उसकी पूरी फिक्र, अरे बदन गर्म क्यों है, आज उसने पेशाब क्यों नहीं किया, आज उसको खाना क्यों नहीं खाया, तो पूरी चिंता मैया करती है ना. तो भक्त की सेवा स्वयं मैया करती है.
सही है.
तो आप आश्रय है, ये नहीं खाते वो नहीं खाते, उनके नियम रहते हैं. तो बड़े है ना. बच्चे को जो दिया खा लेते हैं. आप कांदे दिया तो भी खा लेंगे, नीचे रख दिया तो नीचे भी चुभने लग जाएगा. तो मैया जहाँ बिठाती जहाँ रखती, तो ये सबसे बड़ी भक्ति है. जो खिला, एक प्याज नहीं चलता, हमको लहसुन नहीं चल रहा. अभी एक सपोज कहीं आप गए, साधारण सा परिवार है और वो सेवा चाहता है, उसके अंदर प्याज डाल दे, उसके परिवार को भी चलाना, उसको भी खिलाना है. तो उसको जो कहूँगा प्याज नहीं चाहिए, दूसरा कहाँ से बनाएगा वो. पर भैया ने आपको बुलाया, प्रेरणा दी, प्रसाद दिया आपको, तो प्रसाद में जो भी आता है स्वीकार करना
बराबर
है ना. सब सूर्य साकार में सब एक ही है. सूर्य एक ही है, अनोखा घट के अंदर वो प्रतिबिंब वैसे ये जीव जो है उसी का प्रतिबिंब तो है परमात्मा का.
बढ़िया.
जो सब घट, ये बर्तन है अपन, उसके अंदर उसकी परछाई गिरी है, इसके अंदर है नहीं, इससे पृथक होते हुए भी भास रहा है.
ये तो पूरा शास्त्र का सार बता दिया आपने.
है ना.
वाह.
तो ऐसे प्रतीत भी अलग अलग है, पर अलग अलग नहीं, वो एक ही है.
एक ही
है ना. पर एक घट है, जैसे घट मीठा फिर उसी में भी.
So this is one temple, completely open temple, and we put our asans here and we were sitting here. In the evening we reached and we thought we have to sleep here only. Then they called us and they said nahi aap, there was some small hall type of a thing opposite this. They said aap yahan par ruk jao. So we all went inside and we slept there. 2 days after, when we crossed this place, we went to another place that was a tribal school. I will just show you that. So this is the same temple outside there, and so we slept in the hall finally. That's where Maharashtra border gets over, and then we entered into Gujarat. So this Bhatiji Yuvak Mandal, this is where this is a tribal school. So they have proper buildings and all that. Now the children stay here, study, and they all are tribal children from the forests. All around is a forest. So, and this is the temple. Now this temple is an open temple. If you see, they have put this wooden sticks here, and they want, in one place they had put some green or that cloth also, But otherwise, it's an open temple from three sides. One side alone they have covered with the green cloth. So we were all staying in this temple. And when it happened, when it was evening, we all had dinner and all that. Suddenly we saw everybody disappeared. Everyone has gone into the buildings, and this caretaker of this place, he was in the kitchen opposite, and there also they have grills and lock and everything, and each one locked themselves and they all disappeared. So I said, there's something fishy going on here. What is happening suddenly? So I called this person who was a caretaker and I asked him कि यहाँ पर कोई जानवर आते हैं क्या? तो हाँ हाँ वो तो आते हैं, रात को तो आ जाते हैं, पास में ही एक नाला है वहां पर भी पानी पीने आते हैं. Then I said, अभी कुछ आए हैं क्या ऐसे कभी? So he said that temple which I had shown earlier, 2 days back, the panther was roaming outside in that temple only, where they told us, na, you go and stay in the hall. So he said, वहीं पे आया था वो घूम के चला गया वहां से, और ऐसे ही आते रहते हैं इधर. Now everybody who was there with us, some 5-6 of us were there. Then we suddenly realized, oh, these people have locked themselves up conveniently. So we said, let us inside and we can sleep anywhere inside. It is more safer for us. He said, nahi, nahi. We said, kitchen mein hi rehne do na. It's enough places there in that. He said, no, it is not allowed. Our owner will get angry and all that. So he didn't allow any of us. So I said, okay, now we have to be outside. So for some time we slept outside. But there were two other young people with us, very young boys. They were quite disturbed. And they said, नहीं नहीं अभी यहाँ पे कुछ भी हो सकता है, हम कैसे रहेंगे, क्या करेंगे, and all that. So outside there was one car. We managed to find the driver, went and slept in that for whatever 3-4 hours and came out in the morning. So that way we find some places like this are also there, and some people also are there. As you find people who are very polite, very courteous, very supportive, there are people who may not also. They have their own compulsions. One has to deal with it. So that night was quite adventurous in that sense, because quite a few things went through up. The discussions went up. This is a very nice ashram, again a Jalaram ashram, and they have a unique temple where Hanumanji is in a reclining form, lete hue Hanumanji it is. There's a lete hue Hanumanji there. Few places on this parikrama we find that.
Hari Om.
So here the sadhu who was maintaining this is a grahasthi. I asked him how far is Shulpaneshwar Mandir, because Shivratri was supposed to be in 2 days and I wanted to reach. He said ये 65 किलोमीटर तो यहाँ से होगा. So day after tomorrow is Shivratri, it seems. So 2 days may I have to reach for Shivratri. So he said, आप नहीं कर पाओगे क्योंकि Shivratri is, Shulpani is quite far. The area is little, it's incline and all is there in that. That's a new Shulpani Mandir. Old one was in the forest area and it is now under backwaters of the dam. So that has got submerged. So the government created a new temple at the end of Shulpani Jhadi. So the gentleman said, nahi ho paega. I said, nothing doing, I have to reach. So we started on that day. So that is the day I left Fulchand behind, because I was walking quite fast. And by the time I had called a vehicle also. So in that vehicle, my big luggage was put and this small bag I was having. And I wanted to walk faster because I had to come back to Mumbai for various programs that we had planned. So that's where Fulchand got left behind. We went further.
Narmada, tomorrow is the auspicious occasion of Shivratri. I am walking towards Shulpaneshwar Mahadev. It is 65 kilometers from here. Today's target is 44. Tomorrow is 21. And I will have darshan of Shulpaneshwar Mahadev.
This is the beautiful Shulpaneshwar Mahadev. Oh.
Linda Maya.
So that Shulpaneshwar Mahadev, that day 44 se I could cover about 40, and then next day covered the balance. And beautiful mandir, the Shulpaneshwar Mandir is. Very peaceful place, not too much of rush on Shivratri also. So my Shivratri was most blissful. I stayed one day, whole day there, did puja and all that. It was amazing. And evening they have this Aarti of Narmada Ji, and then they have a laser show on Narmada Ji, her origin, and some stories about her. Very beautiful.
वह जो सत्य है, वह जो शिव है, वे सुंदर हैं। भगवान शिव महाकाल है, वे काल से परे हैं, इसलिए वे सृष्टि की सारी पावनता का स्रोत भी है। उनकी भक्ति मनुष्य को पाप के सभी बंधनों से मुक्त करने वाली है। परंतु यदि मनुष्य उनकी साधना है, परंतु उसका यही अहंकार उसे कर्मों के कर्ता होने के अभिमान से भर देता है।
So this Shulpani, if you see, is after you finish the Shulpani Jhadi, this mandir is there, and this is behind the Statue of Unity. So in the parikrama, when we come, we will only see this back side of the Statue of Unity, and that also from far, because earlier the parikrama used to pass through that area, now Kevadia colony where the statue is there. Now the route has changed. So when I went to the Uttartat, I thought I will be going to this Statue of Unity, but the route has changed. One can't go through the Statue of Unity. So much before that, in Garudeshwar, Nareshwar, they changed the route from Nareshwar then to Garudeshwar, and then we go further ahead. So you will not come through the Statue of Unity. One will see only behind. But this portion is very beautiful. This whole Narmada Ji here is huge and very peaceful, serene. This is the place where the evening aarti had happened. They don't allow people to go and take bath and all that here. So the waters are very clean and very serene, and very meditative place this is. One can just sit there, and amazing dhyan one can do there. That is the Statue of Unity, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. See the other side, we are on the Dakshin Ghat, that's Shulpaneshwar Mahadev. When I go to the Uttartat, then I can see the statue of Narmada. See the water, they're so clean and there was a group which had come and they were doing some rituals. This is another place where they have created this small kind of a check dam. After Indreshwar Mahadev Mandir, this will come. Just see the river. So gently, calmly, so clean, pure, very beautiful is Narmada ji. And best part is this, now we get to walk on the banks. After almost 5-6 days, actual walking on the banks happened in this stretch. See this Nandi, what a huge Nandi it is. It's just a Nandi, there is no Shivji there. Possibly they are making something here, but there it was only the Nandi which was there. Amazing. See how vast it is. And this is another place where on the ashram on the top they have put Shivji and then this Gangaji is flowing from his jata. So Nandi is on that side facing somewhere else and here is Shivji and this jata is there. This is near an ashram called Tapovan Ashram and here is a Ranchod Raiji in Gujarat. This Ranchod Raiji is Krishna Bhagwan's form. When Jarasandh attacked so many times, 17 times Bhagwan defeated Jarasandh and then he still came to attack him. Then he said, this is going on and on now, enough is enough. So he ran away. He didn't fight. So he got the name Ranchod Rai. Ranchod means he left the battlefield. He ran away. The idea is not that he was a coward, he ran away. He said, now enough, I have defeated him and this is not going to end. Every time he is going to come back. So that's where he then went and created the Dwarka and then shifted everybody there. So that Ranchod Raiji's form is this. Very nice mandir, simple, beautiful one. This ashram is called Tapovan Ashram. Not after our Param Guru Tapovanji, but generally it is Tapovan Ashram. Very serene, peaceful, large place they have. And on the banks of Narmada ji itself, just on the bank. So nice ghat they had. So I stayed that night there. And next day morning at Narmada Snan there, it was amazing sun. See this. Early morning. There are some crocodiles here, so that one has to be careful. They have put a board and all that. So one has to be careful and go and take bath and come out quick. See the flow of Narmada ji, it just goes. In so many places one will feel Narmada ji is not like a river. This is in Rajkot. This is one ashram of Swaminarayan. This is another, not the BAPS Swaminarayan. This is another branch of Swaminarayan. They have split, right? So this is the Rajkot Gurukul aspect of Swaminarayan. Beautiful temple of Bhagwan, and based on Bhagavatam, they have created lot of temples there, and there's a nice exhibition there of life of Swaminarayan as well as various Hindu Puranic stories. One full day will go in this to just see this. So one night I stayed here also. It was very beautiful to see that exhibition actually. And again, see Narmada Ji's grace, I reached in the evening there by about 5:30 or so. And that exhibition entry closes at 6. So just managed to get in right time there and finish seeing the whole exhibition, and next day morning I had to leave ahead in the morning. So very beautiful place this is. Some school children had come there and they have dormitories, so a lot of people, a lot of school children were also getting exposed to this knowledge. They have created this Vrindavan type of environment, and these are all the temples. Each temple has one murti from based on the Bhagavatam stories. It's not only gods. There are some kings also. This morning aarti is very amazing there. And this is again on the banks of Narmada Ji. So the scene is very beautiful.
I am.
Okay, so
at
that
the
was
Sangam
Swami
of-
Keshavanand Ji. Again, it was very beautiful to do satsang with him. He stays there, and he has been there for 40 years now, and he has developed that entire tribal area and built an ashram there. And very nice Vedantic satsang he did. And on Narmada Ashtakam, I think 7th shloka, Kirata Suta what is that? किरातसूतवाडवेषु पंडिते शठे नटे दुरंत पापतापहारि सर्वजंतु शर्मदे त्वदीय पाद पंकजम नमामि देवी नर्मदे. On that he gave such a nice explanation. Half an hour, 1 hour satsang I had with him there was brilliant. I didn't feel like going, but I had a timeline with me, so I had to rush out from there. But amazing. If one of the places, if I have to revisit, I had decided I will come back to this place. It's just when you come out of this ashram of Swaminarayan, another some half an hour's walk, one will reach his place. Beautiful, great Mahatma.
this Karjan River and Narmada.
Then we walked further and came to this Sangam of Karjan River and Narmada Nadi, and it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And that day, these boatmen were on leave, or they went for lunch, or what, I don't know. There was not a single boatman on site. So I waited for 45 minutes there, but nothing happened. So again climbed up the mountain and went, found some ashram there. And that person who was in the Jalaram ashram, who said you can't reach Shulpani, he is running one ashram here. So he was there and he was surprised कि आप इधर कहाँ से आ गए इतना जल्दी? I said शिव जी की कृपा आ गए हम. And so he gave lunch and all that, and then again came down by about 3:34. And then luckily from far there was some boatman, so I called out to him saying, please come, please come. So he came, and very easily he took us across. It was a chutti actually. I asked him why there is no boatman. He said, आज छुट्टी का दिन है, कोई काम पे नहीं आता है. I said, how will Parikramawasis go then? He said, they have to wait. Luckily he came.
That's where you can see the river, and this is on the right side is Narmada Ji. I have to go across on that side.
See, these are some rare creatures again. We see these are the water snakes actually. Lots of these water snakes will be there in Narmada Ji. They glide so gracefully, if you just look at them, it's amazing how they will just glide. Then finally I had darshan of Vahan of Narmada Ji while waiting for this boatman. This is crocodile. So on the parikrama, people consider it very auspicious. They feel, at least we got darshan of the Vahan. So some people will say, I saw once, I saw twice, I saw thrice. Not very easily you get the darshan. In the whole parikrama, I saw only once here. In the whole 3,200, they don't come out so easily. And so here it was very nice. He came, you see. These two sadhus, they were waiting in that hut.
तुम्हारी जय जयकार हो।
Then finally we three could cross this. Other sadhus went up and they were staying. They said nothing will happen today, so we are going to sleep. So they didn't try, they didn't come down also. So we tried, we found, boatman came, crossed and went. Job done. See there again. This is another beautiful place. Right in the midst of this, there is one Shivlinga that has been created. You'll see that will come now. One Mahatma went and stayed there. You see that it will come there. That's the further place there. There, you see that one snake type of a thing is there. This. So one Mahatma used to stay here. In this small place, he has built this and he used to stay here only. And even if Narmada's water keeps increasing, etc., he doesn't leave. Amazing. He used to do the sadhana sitting there only. And he is not scared of the floods in Narmada, nothing. Then he took samadhi. So now nobody is there. But the locals there, they say कि ये महात्मा जी वहाँ पर रहते थे, उन्होंने इसको बना दिया और वहीं पर वो रहते हैं. So there are devotees of Narmada ji like that who live fearlessly. This is Girnari Bapu. Again, there's a nice gufa down there. He is a great yogi. And there's a place there they have built his small gufa where he used to meditate. That's the place they have maintained. And this is Indreshwar, I think, yes. There I met this person, Ajay Patel. In his house, this Mahatma ji had come. I think even now he is on the Parikrama. He keeps doing Parikrama. He only drinks Narmada ji's water, and that too from Omkareshwar alone. He doesn't eat anything. And once in a day he will drink this water. That's all. And he walks, he does the Parikrama. He remembers Mother Narmada, he does satsangs, he meets people, only drinks Narmada water. You see? And that one lota, that's all. So this Ajay Patel was telling me about him, but he was further away and I was behind, so we couldn't meet on the Parikrama. But amazing to know about him. Bas, that's all. Some places we crossed all this. So mountains, rivers, forests. You know, some of the devotees of Mother Narmada, they live on this. This is the green moss, algae and moss. Kai, in Hindi they call kai. So some devotees, they live only on kai. They don't eat anything else. And this is supposed to have some most basic life form and all that which started on earth. So some scientific reason may be there for it, but there are devotees who just live on this. So you will find some of them, they will collect this kai and then they will eat that only. This is the last place on the southern banks is towards Vimaleshwar. There's again some 30 kilometers stretch, 40 kilometers stretch actually. This is the only one ashram, Hanumanji's temple, where one Babaji has created, and look at his artistic mind. This branch of a tree which he found just like that, he's made that into Ganeshji. And he's serving there, individual Mahatma he is serving. He has built a Shani temple, Ganesh temple, Hanuman Mandir, and he goes on serving Parikrama Vasis. This is the Shani temple, Navagraha temple he has built there.
Alone one walk.
And on this road, hold that nobody was there before and nobody is there behind. That day it was amazing in the morning. Absolutely the road was empty except some vehicles coming here and there. Not one individual.
Nobody in the front, nobody at the back. From alone to alone, all alone. Narmade har, 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 Narmade har.
So this is where we reached. This is the Vimaleshwar Shiva Mandir. There the southern banks end. Very nice, beautiful temple of Shivji. A nice linga there, and they put all the Dwadash Jyotirlingas, and this is Narmada ji there. So the third phase started from that place where I had left in Vimaleshwar. That's where the third phase started. This was my second phase, 20 days only. But most amazing was this. These 20 days, first time I did it alone. So it was a good experience. And grace of Mother Narmada happened successfully and enjoyed it also. So today I will stop here, and the third phase which I did this year, last year, sorry, November to this year, January, that we will do on Wednesday and the next satsang, 2 more satsangs. We may extend little more, like today I extended. So instead of 8, we may go up to 8:30 if required. So if anybody has any questions, you are welcome to ask. We have 5-7 minutes and then we will conclude. Okay, no questions, fine. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.